Got you. Thank you. Good morning, Kessler Elementary. Thank you for tuning in.
The Kessler Garden News.
Today's top story is the changes going on in your garden. We have correspondent Emily the farmer live at the garden. To you, Emily.
Hi there, friends. It's Farmer Emily, and this is the Kessler Garden. The garden and I have missed you so much. And I know you haven't been able to be here for a while. Some things have stayed the same and other things have changed. So I'm going to take you around and show you what's new.
All right, so these are where some of our melons live. Can anybody guess what this is? What does it look like? They're cantaloupes. Yeah. This one seems just about ready to harvest. Oh wow, you see all those little critters in there? They're trying to get at the good, delicious meat inside. Another melon we have, this is called a moon and star watermelon. And the reason it's called the moon and star, because it has these yellow dots on it that kind of look like a starry night. But in the inside, it should be nice, red, and plump. So we're gonna let that grow just to be a little bit bigger. It's still kind of small. Something super special you have growing in the Kessler garden are these squash called tromboncinis. Look at the way that they grow. They're so beautiful. They love to just twist and turn and hang like a beautiful ornament. Another squash that some of you might recognize is living deep within here. It's got kind of an orange color to it. Pumpkins. These are called sugar pie pumpkins. So once they get totally orange, they'll be ready to harvest, and you can make different types of meals and even pies with these very sweet pumpkins. So beautiful. They start off really, really green. So this is our very windy tomato plant. These ones are called Rose to Burn. They have a little bit of a pink tint to them. Uh-oh, this one's about ready to pop. Nice and juicy. Woo! All right, and then the last tomato we have grown in the garden, all of it's actually starting to decompose. But this is called the Pink Berkeley Tie-Dye. And I think it's called tie-dye due to all the changing colors. Isn't that pretty cool though, that once our plants are done growing, they'll usually fall on the ground, get all icky and decompose. But look what's also on the ground here. These are tomato seeds. So if I leave these all winter long, what do you think is going to grow in the spring? Salsa is one of my favorite things to make with tomatoes. Something else I like to use in salsa are peppers. Look at this pepper. Isn't that beautiful? It's called an Italian sweet. Usually we'll wait to pick this until it's a red color. What can be hiding under here? Oh, it's an eggplant. Look at that beautiful color. So you see how this one is kind of matte looking? There's not much shine. Well, that means that it's ready to harvest, ready to eat. Corn does not produce cobs that you can eat. It actually just focuses on this up here. And this corn is called broom corn. Why do you think it's called broom corn? Well, my guess is that once it's done growing and all dried out, you can use this as a broom to sweep up things. This plant is actually related to the tomato plant. It's called a tomatillo. And how you eat tomatillos is there's a fruit inside that gets really, really big. And this outside, it's almost like a present, and you unwrap it. And this tomatillo is actually not quite ready yet. Does anyone know when it is ready to eat? Usually they'll be a really beautiful yellow or a purple color. This plant right here is called a scarlet runner bean. It's got these beautiful orange flowers. You can actually eat these and they taste just like beans. So cool, so yummy. So this is what the bean looks like when it's just about hit maturity. And you can eat these, but usually what we use them is when they're all dried. Does anybody remember these beans in the garden? Can you remember what it looks like inside? What color is going to be inside? I'm going to guess a yellow, a light green. Oh my, look at that. It's like a bright pink. I wonder if that's why they call it a scarlet runner. And when the bean is all dried out, let's see what color these will be. Ooh, look at that. It's purple and black. So beautiful.
Alright, so I just added a scoop of compost that we've made in the garden. And right now it's fall, we're in September. And the reason I added some compost is because during the summer, the soil in the garden uses a lot of energy and nutrients to help grow all this beautiful produce. The produce and plants have stopped growing and have been spent. We want to make sure that we're adding nutrients back to the soil. We're basically feeding it so it will stay nice and healthy over the winter time. While the garden is resting, the compost kind of acts as a blanket to keep it warm and safe over the winter. And it also will add a lot of vitamins as well. And so nothing will be growing in this garden bed over the winter. And when it finally hits spring, this soil should be nice and plump and full of nutrients, ready for new plants to be planted in.